What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Caden. This is my channel. It's Sunday, so it's time for a Lazy Sunday mystery. That's where I find something interesting online, and then we research it together, see what we find out, and maybe if it's a mystery, if there's an actual answer to it, if anyone has found out anything. Otherwise, we will try to do our best to do that. So yeah, without further ado, guys, I'm going to jump right into this week's episode. As always, if you want to support me going forward, if you like this series, if you like my other stuff, like this video, subscribe to my content moving forward. And without further ado, let's jump in. And guys, one more thing actually before we jump in, I just want to give a quick shout out. If you haven't already noticed the new banner I'm using here on YouTube, please check out my profile and look at that. It is pretty awesome. There's a new owl logo I'm using. Thank you to a person who reached out to me on Twitter and is actually a very good graphic designer, graphic artist. And if you need anything done, she can help you out. I'll link her down in the description below. I believe her profile name on there is Jessica. So thank you, Jessica, for helping me out with the graphic design. All right, guys, now without further ado, for real. Okay, so on the screen here, got an empty Chrome tab. So let me just pull up the topic that we have. Now, I've already found the story, right? But I don't know anything outside the basic story. Some guy that was possibly assassinated. He was a musician who turned into a computer scientist, and he was possibly assassinated. And apparently the story is a whole bunch of weirdness. So his name is Philip Taylor Kramer. So Philip Taylor Kramer. He's also on unsolvedmysteries.com. Okay, let's see. Before we jump into that, Philip Taylor Kramer. UltimateClassicRock.com. He was a musician, so let's start there. Kramer joined Iron Butterfly in '74. Helped them record albums Scorching Beauty, Sun and Steel, both released in 1975. After leaving the band, he dropped Philip from his name. He went back to college, earned a degree in aerospace engineering, which led to a stint working for the U.S. Department of Defense. Whoa. That's such a crazy change of career, right? So he's making music in the 70s with this band, and then he's like, nah, I'm out. I'm going to go be an astrophysicist. That's happened with a couple of rock stars, I feel like. Interesting. He started working for the U.S. Department of Defense. In the 90s, Kramer created Total Multimedia, Inc., a high-tech multimedia company that did pioneering work in video compression technology. It says ultimately his participation in the band wasn't like the highlight of his life. He had all this other awesome stuff. Kramer was due to pick up an associate Greg and his wife from the airport, take them back home for the evening. Kramer called home to make his wife aware that the plans had changed, but that he would be there with a big surprise for her. He then called his old friend and bandmate, Ron Bushy. He said, "Bush, it's Taylor. I love you more than life itself." And then he hung up. Interesting. Police searches yield nothing for more than 4 years. It's as if Philip Taylor Kramer had simply vanished into thin air. So, like, it was just everyday normal stuff. He was supposed to go pick up some friends from an airport. Then he called his wife, said plans changed. Then he called his best friend, said, "I love you," and then hung up. And then no one ever heard from him for like 4 years. 4 years later, on May 29th, 1999, Kramer's Ford Aerostar van was spotted at the bottom of Malibu Ravine by hikers in a canyon about 1.5 miles east of the Pacific Coast Highway. His remains were found inside the vehicle and later identified through dental records. So they found him. Somebody found him hiking. So somebody killed him. Kramer had reportedly been working on a revolutionary method of transporting information in a matter through space, and his father remained unconvinced his death was a suicide. Ooh. He said they wanted what he was doing, and several of them had threatened him. He told me, "If I ever say I'm going to kill myself, don't you believe it. I'm going to be needing help." Jesus, that's scary, man. Oh, I don't know if anybody's ever come close to those situations, but I sure hope not. So that's all they say in that. That's where this article leaves off. We'll leave that there. Let's see what unsolved.com has to say. Anything new? I'm going to skim through this to see if we got anything new. Man, this is really hard to read. Literally no more information than that. That's so strange. Okay. So instead of looking more into him, I'm gonna pull this particular. I'm gonna pull his company up. Hopefully this. Hopefully this doesn't get me put on a watch list too. This guy obviously was doing something that somebody didn't want him to be doing, and I'm going to be researching it now. So let's see. Yeah, Total Multimedia Inc. Let's see. Here's their webpage. Not secure. Interesting. But if you go to the story, this is a PHP website. It is secure, so we're good. The co-founder of TMMI is an unlikely visionary, Philip Taylor Kramer, the gifted bass guitarist from the 1960s classic rock band Iron Butterfly. I've been saying Philip Taylor Kramer, and it's Taylor. I apologize. I'm sorry. Philip Taylor Kramer. I'm sorry. I'm bad at saying stuff sometimes. But I'm reading through here to see if there's anything else information-wise. Okay, here we go. MTT Visions began with the development of the first video compression capable of producing full motion video from a single speed CD-ROM. The first public demonstration was delivered at the Microsoft Multimedia Show in San Jose, California. 91, merged with Randy Jackson Entertainment Corp., Michael Jackson's brother Randy, and changed its name to Total Multimedia. Taylor Kramer saw the technology's potential and became the first to use fractal-based compression for video when the professors agreed to sell the first worldwide rights to him. His death has become the subject of speculation and conspiracy theories that have spanned more than 26 years. Just days before his death, Taylor Kramer told his wife he had reached a breakthrough in advanced communications, stating it was there all along, but nobody could see it. His research breakthrough was in faster-than-light communications and a compelling reason people to continue to follow his story to this day. In 2019, first images of Einstein's... Okay, well, this is talking about quantum entanglement. Why does it mention this? Why is it talking about quantum entanglement? Okay. This technology, this fractal technology, was able to demonstrate 4K playback at 2,000 megabytes per second, over 8 times the data rate as the specified. Jesus, that's crazy. Holy shit. Holy shit, this is awesome that I picked this because they're actually going back into this. They're actually investing back into his idea this year. That's crazy. Now again in 2022, inspired by its founder Taylor Kramer's vision and story, new investment in combination with new management, marketing and service have energized the company with a commitment to propel TMMI upward to the next level in its long history. I just don't understand why it's talking about this though. Okay, I got to figure out why they're mentioning quantum entanglement. I'm guessing he has to be using quantum entanglement, a physics phenomenon, to be doing his stuff. But why wouldn't it just say that? You know, stuff's weird. Stuff is weird when it's been on the internet for almost 30 years and you only have 6 articles that talk about it. A little weird to me. Yeah. Literally half of the first page and that's it. I mean, we can go to the Wikipedia and see if there's anything here. Probably not, right? Easy. There's literally no information on this. Fractal compression. Okay, I'm not going to go off into his actual techniques. That's a little bit too nerdy for everybody, but that's crazy. Man, there's just really not a whole lot here. Like, and it's once again, it's even weirder that there's literally not, just straight up not much information on this guy. And this story has been around since 1999, the very beginning of the internet. I don't know. All right, guys, that's it. I mean, I feel like we kind of left on a weird note. Definitely an unsolved mystery. There's really not information, there's really not a whole lot of information out there about the story, which is weird. I may do a later investigation on this just to put some more time into it because, man, this one really caught my interest as just how weird it is. Plus, it's computer science stuff and physics stuff, which I'm obviously in love with myself. So it's just really piqued my interest that there's just so little information on this for how old of a story it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found this interesting and cool as I did. And as always, if you have anything to say, any comments, any suggestions, any feedback you want to let me hear, please leave it in the comments below. If you have a story you want me to cover that I haven't covered already on this series, also leave that below in the comments. And until next time, guys, peace.